Hey everyone. All right, it is Wednesday morning, the 3rd, 4th, 5th of February, still up here. Kind of a long stretch for us. We're not usually up here, about 5 days. So it's worked out pretty well. Melissa's able to travel with me now. So it's cold here this morning. It's 1 below right now. It was about that yesterday. This is typical for Minnesota. For those of you who aren't from the north, it'll get into the 20s, high 20s, low 30s. It'll snow, and then behind it comes some Arctic air, and it's cold, and that's where we're at right now. So, we got just short of 8 inches. We got most of it plowed away. I've got an access road across the field that still needs to be plowed. I'm going to do that today. And we had a couple other projects. The burning of the burn pile failed. You'll see a little bit of that, but too much snow sitting on top. So even though you get the fires going, it just snuffs them out because it melts and wipes them out. But we had to clean out this container, this one, that we have been storing some household items in. And so we're just about done. We got our chicken processing stuff here and a couple of white cabinets, and that is it. The rest of it all moved to the garage. So the rest of it all moved here into the garage, where it'll sit until this container moves over and joins the 2 new containers that are coming in over on the other side of the property at the container. So this is where everything went. It's kind of just backfilled in here, and it's just temporary until the containers get in place. All right, so that gives you a little bit of a rundown of what's going on here in this extended stay. We're going to run over and see if the tractor will start. It's super important, if you're in the north, that you pay attention to your glow plug indicator on your dashboard before you attempt to start a diesel engine. That's true on the tractor. That's true on my truck. So let's climb in here and I'll show you. Okay, that indicator right there is the glow plug. And you have to wait for that to go out before you attempt to start. Okay, so before you heard it, now we're going to turn it on and let the glow plug run again. Nope, nothing. All right, that means we got to plug it in. So we're going to get that done. So the plug on this John Deere is just outside the door. It's right here. So you kind of pull back. You can see where it is on the left-hand side. Keep a cord right here. So we'll grab the plug-in side of the cord and start back towards the house. If I can. And then we'll run back over here. There it is. Okay. Come on. All right, so we just that's all there is to it. Now we're going to let it sit. Now we're going to let it sit half an hour or more, and then we'll come out and try and get it started. I think I'll start the big truck too, just because it hasn't run since yesterday morning. And this is the same thing. When you push to start, it tells you engine pending start. That's the glow plugs working. But this bad boy's got two great big 900 cold cranking amp 600. I don't know what they are. They were expensive. They're big. Two big batteries in it, and did a pretty nice job of spinning it over. Where the John Deere's got one medium-sized battery in it. All right, I'm gonna go in and get some coffee because it is cold out here. Dogs are out, chickens are out. I'm free ranging here in the front yard. It's quite cold, but they'll come out, especially since their food is left outside. So let's see if it'll start. Same thing. Let's wait for the... Notice how quick they are? Just like that. So know that, you know, roughly if it's below zero, when it's below zero, you're gonna have to plug it in. There's kind of really no way around that. It'll start without plugging it in down to about 10 degrees, but there's no way. It is pretty consistent. I just tried it for the camera. It is pretty consistent that you have to plug it in when you're below zero. We're going to let this warm up a bit, and then we're going to go do a little plowing of some of the access paths around the property. I'll bring you along for a little bit. Again, it's Wednesday the 5th, and we're just doing cleanup work. We've emptied the container. We got a couple more pieces there. We're waiting for a call back from the container guys to make sure they can deliver the additional containers. I don't know when that's going to be, but that's what we're waiting on. So, container project is finally moving. It would have been nice if it had moved before all the snow and cold had come, but it is what it is. We're going to do it, and there you go. got it plowed, and now we're going to run the truck through it to double check it and see if there's anything I need to move around. This is all in preparation. We'll get up to the other end. I'll show this to you. This is all in preparation of bringing the containers in, giving them a place to sit with all this snow around. You know, we got to have trails. If I need to help pull the trailer in with the truck, I'm going to get caught behind the container. I need a way out, and that's what I'm creating here. This is relatively typical for us. We usually cut an access road through the snow. We drive it all the time in the summertime. So we usually cut an access road in the winter for whatever reason, just because. And then we go up to the goose house because it's just easier to get up for them to get out here. So we're going to go ahead and drive this, and I'm going to turn you around. Okay, this crossover that we're going to do right here is the one where I got the tractor stuck before. So I've made sure to really define where it is. There you have it, easy peasy. On here, we're at the south driveway, and so I'm going to spin you around to show you what we've been working on. All right, we got this all plowed out, got it all moved. I am going to back up here, right about where the truck is at. Here is the start of the concrete pad. So this concrete pad running here, the crane is going to be that side of the concrete pad. So right here in this drive is where the crane is going to come. Therefore, the crane operator wants us to place here, and then two of them side by side here on this pad. And then the crane's going to come in, pick them, and set them on the foundational pilings that you saw before that we put in. I plowed this because I wasn't quite sure what the crane operator wanted, what we were going to do, but this is just too off, too much downhill, just way too out. He'd have to block and do all kinds of crazy shit. So he came up with here, here, and where the truck sits, the three of them. You were buying two, and then the orange one at the other end of the property is coming up here to be put on as well. So the next step is to have the container guy who uses a trailer on a pintle hitch on the truck to see if he can get in. Now he's reasonably confident he can, but we don't have a lot of space here. This isn't, you can't back in from the street, or, well, that's what he's going to do, but I mean, we just don't have a lot of space. And so this gate area here is a bit restrictive, and this driveway here has got ditches on both sides. And you can go into the ditch a little bit, they're not that deep, but the advantage, he said, is if we pace off where the plow has cleared here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 30, 35 feet wide right here. He's hoping that's enough to get the nose of the truck to swing around in and back them in here. So that's the next process. Is reached out to them, told them we've emptied the other container, and they're going to figure out when they can. They're going to figure out when they can come and get one dropped, get this one moved, and then they'll have to order a second one in and get that dropped. Once that's done, then I just call the crane company, we schedule, and get this project moving forward again. So, hey, thanks for coming along, and we don't know, I might stay another day I might stay another day if they're gonna come test either Thursday or Friday. This is Wednesday, but otherwise we plan to go back tomorrow morning sometime. So see you in a bit.
Okay, here we're going to wrap this up. Here's a little preview from the next video as the containers arrive. Join us for that. And while you're at it, like and subscribe. We're really happy to have you come along with us and don't want you to miss anything. Thank you.